There are some special people in the world who shine bright like stars. Their stories inspire us, like the first raindrop that signals more to come. These stories bring knowledge and wisdom. When we learn about these people, we should try to learn from them. We should use their wisdom to improve our lives. By doing so, we can grow and become better versions of ourselves. Miyamoto Musashi was a man who proved that self-discipline can lead to greatness. Born in Japan in 1584, Musashi's early life was tough. His mother died when he was 7, and soon his father also died. His uncle took care of him and taught him about philosophy and Buddhism. Musashi grew up to be a skilled martial artist and philosopher. Musashi had a special talent that would amaze the world. When he was 13, a samurai named Arima visited his village. Arima challenged the villagers to a one-on-one duel. The next day, everyone was shocked to see Musashi, just 13 years old, standing in front of Arima. Musashi held a 6-foot-long stick, ready to fight. The villagers thought he was crazy, but Musashi was confident. He had been training in martial arts since he was a child. The duel began, and Musashi's skill surprised everyone. He fought bravely, and his talent was revealed to the world. This was just the beginning of Musashi's legendary journey. Musashi, despite being small, defeated the arrogant samurai Arima. As he grew older, Musashi continued to challenge others and won every duel. By the time he was 21, in 1605, Musashi had become a skilled swordsman. A new challenger emerged, Machiro, a skilled swordsman from the Yoshioka family. He was known for being the best in the world. However, Musashi had already defeated and killed some members of the Yoshioka family in previous duels. Machiro was eager to avenge his family's honor and defeat Musashi. The stage was set for an epic duel between two of the greatest swordsmen of their time. Musashi's skills would be put to the test, and his reputation would be on the line. The duel between Musashi and Machiro was personal. Machiro's father and uncle had been defeated by Musashi before, and now Machiro wanted revenge. He was determined to kill Musashi and restore his family's honor. But what Musashi didn't know was that Machiro had set a trap for him. He had gathered a group of warriors to attack Musashi during the duel. Musashi's friends warned him about the danger, saying that Machiro was driven by a desire for revenge and would stop at nothing to win. Machiro had also discovered one of Musashi's weaknesses, which he planned to use to his advantage. Musashi had a bad habit of being late to duels. Everyone knew this, including Machiro. He planned to use this habit to his advantage by arriving early with his army. They hid in the jungle, waiting for Musashi to arrive late. But Musashi surprised them. He was already hiding behind a tree, waiting for Machiro. As Machiro's army emerged, Musashi jumped out and killed Machiro with one swift sword strike. The army was caught off guard, and before they could react, Musashi killed them one by one and ran away from there. After this, Musashi used to challenge every swordsman while traveling all over Japan, and he became the greatest swordsman in Japan's history. He fought 60 duels and he did not lose even one of them. And all this was possible because of his extreme focus and incredible self-discipline. Whatever you want to do in your life, all your dreams can only be fulfilled when you have an ability. Every day, without stopping, do what is most important to you with focus. Whether you have a mind or not, whether you are in pain, whether you are happy or sad, every day, with focus, the ability to do your work is called discipline. But where does this discipline come from? Discipline is not a feeling. You can say that motivation is a feeling that pushes you to take action. Because of discipline, you don't take action. You take action because you are a disciplined person. Discipline is a character that defines you. You don't get discipline from outside. You are disciplined yourself. This is the real meaning of self-discipline. It's within yourself. And Musashi also tells us the same thing. There is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Everything exists. If you want to achieve greatness in your life like Musashi, then these 3 principles of his book, The Book of 5 Rings, will help you live a disciplined life like a samurai. Musashi's first rule is to avoid doing things just for pleasure. He believed that seeking pleasure for its own sake can distract you from your goals. When Musashi was training to become the greatest swordsman, he gave up comforts like a home and good food. He thought these things would distract him from his mission. Instead, he traveled Japan, looking for new challenges. Musashi often stopped in dangerous and scary places. He even lived in the jungle with extreme cold. But in these tough conditions, Musashi found peace. He would meditate with his sword, focusing on his craft. By giving up comforts and distractions, Musashi was able to focus on his goal. He became one of the greatest swordsmen in history. His discipline and focus are an inspiration to anyone chasing their dreams. Musashi knew his journey to greatness wouldn't be easy. So, he learned to sacrifice comfort from a young age. But he had a purpose, a meaning in life, which gave him the strength to do so. All great legends in history share one belief. Having a purpose in life brings ultimate happiness. However, in today's world with endless pleasures, people lose sight of meaning. Musashi says that combining all worldly pleasures can't match the happiness of achieving a goal. Think about working hard for months, hitting the gym, and controlling your diet. When you finally reach your goal, the feeling is incredible. For example, when you study hard and get good grades, you feel proud and satisfied. That feeling comes from achieving something meaningful, not just from temporary pleasures. In a world with so many distractions, it's easy to lose focus. But Musashi's wisdom reminds us that true happiness comes from working towards a purpose, not just seeking pleasure. Musashi warns that to increase self-discipline, you must give up things done solely for pleasure. Activities like scrolling through your phone or eating junk food might feel good, but they distract you from your purpose. Musashi's second principle is to focus on one thing and broaden your horizons. He says, by knowing one way, you know 1,000. This means mastering one skill can help you understand many others. Earlier, I mentioned Musashi's habit of arriving late to duels. But the truth is, he wasn't lazy. It was a strategy. His opponents would arrive fully prepared, wearing new clothes and strong armor, with their best sword. Meanwhile, Musashi would arrive late, wearing worn-out clothes and carrying any available sword. This unconventional approach often caught his opponents off guard, giving Musashi an upper hand. Musashi would often arrive at duels without a sword and pick up whatever he found to use as a weapon. This was a clever strategy that his opponents didn't understand. They would think Musashi was being disrespectful by showing up late and unprepared. This behavior would make his opponents angry and overconfident. According to Musashi, these 2 emotions are enough to guarantee defeat. Anger and overconfidence distract you from your focus. Musashi believed that to win, you don't need to be strong, fast, or agile. What's most important is being extremely focused. He said that a weak but focused person can always beat a strong but unfocused person. Miyamoto Musashi dedicated his life to mastering swords. He learned only one skill, but found many ways to use it. His focus was so strong that he could defeat anyone, no matter how strong or armed they were. Musashi wasn't just a great warrior. He was also a philosopher, painter, and writer. He wrote books sharing his ideas, but only after achieving his main goal, becoming the world's best swordsman. By focusing on one goal, Musashi became excellent in many areas. His story teaches us the power of focus and concentration. By mastering one skill, we can achieve greatness in many others. Musashi's legacy inspires us to prioritize our goals and work tirelessly to achieve them. Focus is a skill that can be learned. Whether you are studying, working out, or starting a business, but if you can't learn one thing well, then you won't be good at anything. Musashi says, according to Musashi's philosophy, the Bushido, honor and discipline should be cut from the same cloth. Honor is your self-respect. Honor tells you the difference between right and wrong. To live an honored life means that you draw boundaries in life. You follow a set of rules. You stand on your values. Imagine you have a desk job where you've been doing the same work for years. You feel bored and stuck in a routine. To make things easier, you might start taking shortcuts, coming in late, or taking extra time off. Your boss might not even notice, especially if the company culture is relaxed. At first glance, it might seem like no big deal. Your work is getting done, and you are making your life easier. But in reality, you are not being true to yourself or living with integrity. Now, imagine a colleague in the same situation. They are also bored and stuck, but they choose to take a different path. They work hard to improve their skills, take on new challenges, and maintain their integrity. Who do you think will achieve more in life? Your colleague is also bored, but he believes in honor and integrity. He works hard to improve his skills, takes on more responsibilities, and does his job well. When promotion time comes, he'll likely get it, while you might stay in the same position. Integrity means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. If you have integrity, you keep your promises and stay true to your values. For example, if you decide not to drink alcohol, you'll stick to that decision no matter what. Living with integrity helps you develop self-discipline. You keep your promises to yourself and do what you say you'll do. For instance, you might decide to wake up every morning to study. Whether anyone is watching or not, you'll do it to keep your honor and integrity intact. When you think like this, your self-discipline will grow and you'll achieve your goals over time. This philosophy isn't just for ancient warriors. Even today's Navy SEALs use it. You can learn more by watching another video. Thanks for watching.